Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Florida International Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. The turn begins inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Second down play coming up. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Back to pass. It's Brown. Looking for his big tight end. Makes the catch downfield. They get him down at the 41, but it's good enough for a first down.
The defense does a nice job of forcing the quarterback here to be patient by playing zone. And they run a crossing route. Defense is there, but not able to break up the catch.
First down and 10. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And it's incomplete. Even in a first down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
They'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Boy, you find a one-on-one matchup just like this, even though it's the first play of the game, and you attack downfield. Regardless of the situation, when you see a matchup as a quarterback, you take advantage of it. What a way to get started here for this offense.
So instead of trying to pin the opponents deep with a punt, they'll go for it on 4th down. First drive of the game. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it. A 4th down conversion. Drive stays alive.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. First down here for this offense. He's going to hand this off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Handoff heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. There's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it falls incomplete. The defensive pressure hurried to throw that time.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's throwing for it on fourth down. He's hit as he throws it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gives the offense the ball at the 32.
Boy, a costly mistake here by the quarterback. Forces that ball into coverage, and the defense comes up with the interception. Hate to see the game start off like this for this offense.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And now the handoff. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. They tackle him all the way down to the 15-yard line. This offense is knocking on the door now.
Well, you don't see very many inside runs that just spring open like that. Usually, those are your bread and butter plays, the ones you're just trying to get, 3 to 5 yards a pop. But, hey, it doesn't hurt when you bust out a big run right out through the A-gap.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. Touchdown, UCLA. This quarterback on fire today.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. When they're rolling like this, results in quick and positive results.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. No huddle here for the offense. To throw, it's Brown. Pressure is coming. He's hit as he throws it. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Boy, the quarterback gets drilled on this play, Chris, as he lets go of that ball before the interception. I think he was just trying to get it out. Didn't seem to have a chance to set his feet up. And what did it do? It made it a lot easier for the defender to come up with the interception.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Aiming for the end zone. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game with this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. Now they get set to kick it away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. The pocket breaking down. Going to try to use his legs here. Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. He's picked for a third time tonight. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense. Offense cross out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. They'll run it to the right side.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the Bruins with first and 10 here. They're going to run it here. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the accuracy here by this quarterback to pick up the first down? And, man, UCLA has had some great play at quarterback. DTR, who just left recently, going back to Cade McNown, and, of course, Troy Aikman, one of the best to ever play the game.
Handoff to the back. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. The Bruins are on the move here.
Good job of picking up some big yards for the first down by UCLA. Chris, boy, they have had some great backs over the years, and this back's living up to it. Think about Maurice Jones-Drew, Jonathan Franklin, Skip Hicks, Deshaun Foster, and believe it or not, some people forget about this, but Jackie Robinson, known for his days of playing with the Dodgers, he got it started at UCLA as a running back himself.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays down.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, UCLA.
What a combination. This quarterback and this receiver, what I love here is the quarterback does a good job of not waiting too long. You're going to run out of room if you do. Got the ball out early enough to give the receiver a chance to not only make the catch, but to get his feet down for that touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. Here comes the Florida International offense back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. To the air, it's Brown. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in the run game, and he's able to do that right here.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Not a great return, but the interception wipes out the scoring threat and gets the offense the ball at the 32.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
Defense stops him, but that's a solid game.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the runner takes off to his right. Running up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
The attempt is no good. He missed it. And the lead remains at 21 after the miss.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown at very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at second and 9. And on the carry, he's heading left. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. That stings for the offense. Penalty will cost him 10 yards. Getting set. Here's second down. Scanning the field. It's Brown. Running out of time in the pocket. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Here's a screen pass to the running back. Gets some space around the 30. Well, the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's fourth down.
Boy, it's third and forever. The defense sits back in what I would almost call like a prevent defense, trying to avoid the big play, and it nearly cost him. This running back picks up a lot of yards. Almost thought he might pick up the first down, but we still do have a fourth down, but at least it's more manageable.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Finds his man, has the first down. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And the fair catch, signal for it, take it. First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. He'll hand it off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down of the 4. It's the 2-minute warning. We've got a blowout developing here before halftime.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
And at first down, they go right back to him. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And the single back takes the handoff. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackle, but first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Receivers are bunched together. Here's the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
Boy, this back is having some kind of game today. He just continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over 150 yards now, and this defense has no real answers in trying to keep him contained.
After missing the field goal on their last drive, they got to produce something here on third down to even get into field goal range. A quick throw out left, complete. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, those one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers, the receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
Fights off a defender. Will he score here? Touchdown, Bruins. This offense really clicking. Took some extra time in the weight room, paying off on that play.
What a job shedding tackles, crossing that goal line. And if you're this defense, you got to focus a bit more on the fundamentals and wrapping up, because poor tackling teams get exposed by running backs like this.
And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. He's running out of time here. And looking for a big play here. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
Fires it to the wideout. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
How about the big fella coming up with the interception? You don't see that very often.
Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. On the move, looking deep, and it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. It's a fumble. Offense with a crucial fumble recovery. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the UCLA offense is back out on the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Handoff to the single back. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
First and 10 now for the offense. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, another nice gain by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
The Bruins come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Receiver makes the catch. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route, you prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Ball handed off. And the Bruins pick up enough yardage for a first down.
Look, I realize in any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. and he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, why not keep it on the ground? And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Important second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, UCLA. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Golden Panthers offense back out there now. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down play coming up for this offense.
Easy. Cross.
Takes the ball, tries the right side here. The ball is loose. Defense recovers the fumble. Big takeaway.
Get into this big a game on this kind of stage in the second half and you're trailing. You just cannot afford to put the ball on the ground. The defense is attacking, trying to get the ball out. They do. Ball's on the ground, and this could be the end of the game.
Using that challenge, a smart move by the head coach as the officials overturn the previous ruling on the field. New set of downs for the offense. 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. Gets into space at the 50. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21.
Man, now that is a running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
They'll try the ground game here with the running back. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Now it's second down here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Stop for no gain defense. Very stubborn here down near the goal line. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up with a 2nd and goal. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Well, the offense is trying to overpower him at the line of scrimmage, and it's not working out. The defense getting lower, winning the leverage battle. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. You got to think about maybe going through the air here to put a touchdown up on the board.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Man, that is just incredibly impressive by this defense. And look at them down there. They're incredibly hyped up, and they should be. That's a great goal line stand, third down, and get able to come up with a tackle for a loss.
Okay, ready? A field goal here doesn't help the cause. They're going to go for the touchdown here on fourth down. Dropping back, it's Brown. Looking for 6. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Offense getting set. It's second down. And the running back takes the handoff. Finding some room at the 25. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
What a shot, right? I mean, this guy, once again, gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Tries to avoid the rush and just gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a deep throw down the right sideline. And is intercepted. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25. But what a play for this defense.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Testing the right side here. Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. An explosive play. Big gain across midfield to the 42. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down. Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Back to throw. It's Brown. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Love this never-say-die attitude from this quarterback. He's still slinging it out there. This game's out of reach, but this guy's still putting the ball in the air, and this one's a touchdown.
And we'll set up with a PAT. PAT is good. They cut into the lead. It's 35-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the UCLA offense back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Yeah, I like like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Well, another nice run by this running back. He's well over 100 yards now on the game. A big part of the reason that they're going to win this football game and advance to the next round.
Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks loose at the 45. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whenever we feel like doing it.
They'll run it here. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there. As this clock continues to wind down, this offense has had a great day.
The pass rush closing in. The pass is intercepted.
That's the last thing that you could afford to do. Working with the lead in the fourth quarter, I thought it'd be easy throws, high percentage throws, run the football, keep that clock moving. Now you've given your opponent a chance to get back into this game.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He'll try a pass here. It's a short completion to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw. It's Brown. Receiver makes the grab.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offensive coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Trying to extend the play. He's going to pull it down and run. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run.
And the ball is picked off. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. He puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And here's the handoff. And a short run there to end the game. course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.